Welcome back, chess fans. Today we dive into the incredible journey of one of the brightest stars in the chess world, Alireza Firouzja. From his early days to his latest triumphs, let's explore what makes him a chess prodigy. Now, he was born in Iran, as you can see. He has so much talent at a young age. By age 16, he defeated Magnus Carlsen in the Banter Blitz Cup final. Now, what I like to focus on this video is what makes his playing style unique. Before we dive into the chess, let's remind everyone he's only 21 years old, he plays for France and lives in France. His classical FIDE is 2751, but look at this blitz over the board, 2869, amazing. On chess.com, excellent blitz, but look at the bullet, 3226. So you can tell the faster the game, the stronger Firouzja is. People love his attacking style, the amazing tactics he finds on the board, and of course the speed, right? So let's go into the action. Firouzja is known for his amazing tactics. For the opening, he can play d4 or 1e4. He doesn't focus on his opening knowledge, even though he knows, of course, as any grandmasters, but he really shines in the middle game. So this is a Jobava London because we have a knight on c3. I'm gonna go very quickly. This is a blitz game against Daniel Naroditsky, who knows the system very well. They play thousands of games online, and I selected just this amazing game for you. Okay, we'll move 15, and black has won a pawn. The pawn on b2 is gone. Obviously, Firouzja doesn't rely on his opening knowledge. He's out of the book here, thinking on his own. And he loves to attack, as I said, and he proves it right here, right now. With white, he plays rook e3. Very simply, he wants to go to rook g3, targeting the black king. Let me illustrate. Let's say black plays rook a8, a normal move. This is it. Take. And now, the famous sack. Check. Check. And now, the rook on e3 does the job done. Rook h3, threatening, of course, to come down over here for checkmate. So this is completely winning for white. Now, of course, Daniel wasn't born yesterday. Play the best move, g6. Let's continue. Now, Firouzja brings the queen into the game. And here, that bishop here is annoying. With that bishop, obviously, Firouzja wants to attack. We know that. So Daniel, as is known, Grandmaster Naroditsky, play 97. He's hoping to exchange that piece and defend with black. Unfortunately, that was not meant to be. And here, white to play and win. Feel free to pause the video if you have to, but here, the amazing move, queen h5, because the knight on f6 is gone. Now, in the game, Daniel was kind enough to show the line. Check. Check. Checkmate. Beautiful stuff, right? Now, if you don't take the queen over here, you're gonna have checkmate pattern here. If you move here, of course, this is checkmate as well. And just to show you, if you do this move, you take over here, and you have still the same idea. If you take back the bishop, this is checkmate. If you take the rook, boom, 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 and checkmate. Let's see the next game. And now let's see what Alireza Firouzja can do with 1 e4, e5. Now he plays e4 quite a bit, and he goes into the Spanish opening. So far so good. This is all theory, and I'm gonna continue quickly here. And here I would expect the knight to come on g3. However, Alireza plays knight g3, bishop f8, and here he goes for knight h2. Interesting move, the computer likes it. The knights are dancing around, right? Because the knight on d1 went like that, and now we have also this pattern. d5, logical, queen f3. Once again, the queen comes closer to the king. We've seen that in a d4 game just before. c4, very principled. Take, 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 take. Now black has to recapture. Black recapture with a bishop. On this, I guess they have this move. Even though if the queen moves, the bishop is lost. Black could try to play that, giving up the queen, but capturing this rook, and this is complicated stuff, obviously. Anyway, at any rate, what happened in the game was recapturing with a bishop. Queen g3, queen b6, knight g4. Now that knight is coming to g4, right? And is coming also on the king's side. Now, king h8 here seems logical to avoid white taking on h6, but queen g3 is the double attack win for white. So over here, if black does nothing, I don't know, like that, then you're gonna take here with the pin. So here black panicked and played h5. Just to let you know, the best way to play was to move e4 to block this bishop c2. At any rate, h5 is played, and now easy, check. The king has only one square because the bishop on c2 is guarding h7. And now, what is the winning move? Easy peasy, queen g3. We've seen that, attacking the bishop on d5, threatening checkmate. So, black is lost. Black took the knight here, and GG, good game. Queen h7, checkmate. So, we've seen Firouzja, whether it's e4 or d4, can do it all. Let's see more brilliant examples next. In this game, d4, d5, and Alireza played the Queen's Gambit. Nihal Sarin, a young and promising grandmaster from India, plays with the black pieces. So we're gonna go very quickly in the opening and go back to move 11. And what I want to showcase is Alireza is playing with isolated pawn on d4. Now I'm gonna stop right there. We have a Queen's Gambit accepted positions, isolated pawn on d4, white to play. Feel free to pause the video. And once again, Alireza has one idea in mind, how to attack the black king. How does he do it? Rook e3, the rook lift. The rook can come on the third rank. We've seen that in a Jobava. Different opening, same result. g6 plays as well. Rook h3, trying to create some attacking chances on the h5. Rook c8, queen d2. And here there was only one move to survive. That was to bring that knight on b4 back to d5. And then the game would be very, very much balanced. Everything can happen. Instead, Nihal played rook e8. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to wrap up the game on move 17. White to play and win. And the answer is taking on f6. Now recapture on f6. You wanted to recapture with the knight on f6. But unfortunately, you had to recapture with the bishop. Queen h6, threatening queen h7, followed by queen f7, checkmate. Black takes, we take, and here, knight g5 trying to come to the rescue. And here, instead of taking on h7, brilliant move, bishop g6, and black resign. Now, clearly, if you take with the h pawn, we see checkmate in 1. But what if you take with the f pawn? Then you give a check, and here, instead of going to the 8th rank, you give a check on the 3rd rank. Now, knight f6, we give a check, black gives up the queen, we take back, and we have still checkmate coming up here, and black is lost. Again, amazing stuff. Let's go to the next one. And one more brilliant example showcasing Firouzja's talent, 1e4 c5. Once again, I'm gonna go quickly in the opening. This is a Najdorf Sicilian, extremely popular. Every move has been tried in this position, and Alireza goes from bishop c4. Now, let's continue, and I'm gonna go quickly with the opening. Obviously, Alireza castle long side against the black king short side. We're gonna have an attack. Now the game goes on, and this is a position, move 17. What did Alireza Firouzja play here? Feel free to think for yourself, pause the video if you have to, and here, Alireza uncorks knight f5. Absolutely a brilliant move. Now, in the game, black takes the challenge and picks up the knight. Another move was to play knight f3, attacking the queen. Then you take, queen f2, and after these exchanges, you're doing very well. For instance, you can push the attack with h6, and white is better here. So, black decides to take on f5. What was the idea of knight a5, this brilliant sacrifice? Knight d5, look at that knight here, beautiful, going for the attack. Queen d8, and now we have giving up a piece only for one pawn. But guess what? The G file right here is wide open. So the game continues. Knight c4, we chop the knight, bishop d4, defend b2, attacks g7. That bishop on d4 is certainly worth a piece. Now c3 played, black is attacking b2, counter-attacking absolutely furiously. This is where Firouzja is best, when you have the sharpest games. Tactics, counter-attacks, defense and attack is absolutely number one. He plays rook g1 here and giving up the queen. And here, black had to pass on that, give a check over here, and try to attack with rook b2 check, and trying to defend with f6 next. Instead, black picks up the queen, and now, ladies and gentlemen, how do we finish it off? Check. And here, the brilliant check. Now, this is a double check. The bishop on d4 and the rook on g8 are attacking the king. Only move is rook g8. We take, and here, rook g1. This is the end, and the only move will be queen g5, but you have a beautiful checkmate. So again, rook g1, giving up the queen, and winning in style after this beautiful finish. So let me know in the comments if you like the d4 game or the e4 games better. I think Alireza is, I think, a 1e4 game, but he can really switch it up and do it all. I hope you enjoyed this selection of fresh games. Firouzja will be playing in Paris against top grandmasters, including Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura in his Pitchess Championship, and I think he has a good shot to win it all given his immense talent. I'll see you in the next one.